Emmanuel, God is still saying something. I'm Annette reporting for Emmanuel TV. On Sunday, the 26th of April 2009, Prophet TB Joshua gave a prophetic message concerning the death of somebody that affects the whole world. Let's watch the prophecy.
On Saturday, somebody is being rushed to the hospital, but from that hospital, he could not come back home. What we are saying here is all over the world we are talking to. And people that affect the world, shake the whole world. People that matter, when it happens, you say, ha ha.
In direct confirmation of Prophet TB Joshua's message, on Saturday the 23rd of May 2009, former South Korean President Roh Moo-hyun was rushed to the hospital and declared dead. Let us watch the breaking news.
I'm Lolita Vasilova at the CNN Center with more on breaking news out of South Korea. Police there saying that former President Roh Moo-hyun has died. Yonhap news agency says No apparently died from a fall while hiking. It's unclear, though, if it was an accident or if he tried to commit suicide. No served as South Korean president from 2003 to 2008. He had been under investigation in a bribery scandal. There were allegations that No took millions of dollars from a businessman while in office. Media reports say No suffered head injuries and died after being taken to a hospital. He was 62 years old.
The news of the late president's apparent suicide sent the nation into shock. Current President Lee Myung-bak released a statement saying it was sad and tragic.
Let us recall the words of Prophet TB Joshua concerning this tragic death.
On Saturday, somebody is being rushed to the hospital, but from that hospital, he could not come back home. What we are saying here is all over the world we are talking to. And people that affect the world, shake the whole world. People that matter, when it happens, you say, ha ha.
Notice that Prophet TB Joshua mentioned the exact day the event would happen, Saturday. And in the early hours of Saturday morning, the 23rd of May 2009, former South Korean President Roh Moo-hyun was rushed to a hospital after jumping from a hill behind his house. Moon Jae-in, who served as Roh's presidential chief of staff, stated Roh appeared to have jumped off a mountain around 6:40 a.m.
The late President Roh Moo-hyun took the country by storm, riding high on the nation's desire for a clean politician that could bring about change. But that dramatic support and the ensuing disappointment may have led to his ultimate downfall. His former chief of staff told reporters that No was believed to have jumped off a cliff behind his home in southern Korea early Saturday morning, leaving behind a suicide note.
Unconscious with a head injury, he was rushed to a hospital in Gimhae, just as the prophet had said.
On Saturday, somebody is being rushed to the hospital, but from that hospital, he could not come back home.
Well, South Korea is reacting with disbelief to the death of Roh Moo-hyun, the former president who was under a cloud of suspicion. No supporters are mourning the once popular leader. The government says he leapt to his death from a cliff near his home. And prosecutors say they're suspending the multi-million-dollar corruption case against him. Doctors describe No's injuries at the nearby hospital where he died.
When he came into the hospital, the electrocardiogram monitoring showed no sign of pulse beat. A laceration measuring 11 centimeters was found on the front part of his head. Doctors in this hospital attempted cardiopulmonary resuscitation, but suspended it at 8:30 a.m. as he failed to recover.
From the hospital in Gimhae, the former president was sent to Busan University Hospital in Yangsan, where doctors report that they were unable to resuscitate him, that is, bring him back to life, and the family mourned his death, for from the hospital he could not come back home, exactly as Prophet TB Joshua had prophesied. Former South Korean President Roh Moo-hyun was pronounced dead around 9:30 a.m. Head trauma was identified as the main cause of his death.
What we are saying here is all over the world we are talking to. And people that affect the war, shake the whole war. People that matter, when it happens, you say, ha ha.
But No, who served as president from 2003 to 2008, was no stranger to a good fight. He was a flamboyant human rights lawyer who caught the nation's attention by representing labor unions when the country was under a military dictatorship. In the 2002 presidential race, he was able to mobilize an army of young and internet-savvy supporters to win a surprise victory.
Roh Moo-hyun was the 16th president of South Korea, serving in office between February 25, 2003 and February the 25th, 2008. He is the immediate past president of South Korea. As a former world leader, he held a position that affected the entire international community. The tragic nature of his death has shocked the nation of South Korea and the entire world.
On Saturday, somebody is being rushed to the hospital. But from that hospital, he could not come back home. What we are saying here is all over the world we are talking to. And people that affect the war, shake the whole war. People that matter, when it happens, you say, ha ha.
When it happens, you say, ha. This is an exclamation of shock. Just as Prophet TB Joshua had prophesied, news of the former South Korean president's death was met with shock all around the world. South Korean President Lee Myung-bak said, "This is a truly unbelievable, lamentable and deeply sad event." A shocked President Lee Myung-bak went ahead with a summit with the European Union, but cancelled engagements for the rest of the day. He described the death as a national tragedy. Lee's spokesman said. Kim Dae-jung, former South Korean president, said, "I've lost my lifelong companion with whom I took part in struggles for democracy and shared 10 years of a democratic government. I feel like I've lost a half of myself." Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Sen said, "I don't know how to express my sadness. I express sincere, deep condolences." Japanese Prime Minister Taro Aso stated, "I was quite surprised. I would like to offer my condolences and pray for the repose of his soul." And Korean Prime Minister Han Sang-soo called an emergency cabinet meeting. "I cannot stop feeling shock and sorrow at the news of former President Roh's death," Han said, according to his spokesman. "I pray for the deceased and express deep condolences to the bereaved family. We at Emmanuel TV and the Synagogue Church of All Nations pray for the family and loved ones of the late South Korean former President Roh Moo-hyun and for the nation of South Korea, that God would give them the grace to bear the devastating loss. In the light of this tragedy, we encourage all to look unto God and draw upon His resources that we may receive the direction, instruction and revelation that we need in this hour. Remember, there is hope. Jesus is the hope, the author and finisher of our faith. To witness the power of prophecy firsthand on a personal, local and international level, join us every Sunday for our live service on Emmanuel TV at 9 a.m. West Africa time, 10 a.m. Central Africa time, 3 p.m. Indochina time, 6 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, 12 a.m. Pacific time and 3 a.m. USA Eastern Standard Time. God is